Good morning and welcome to the NAHL Group PLC Annual General Meeting. Throughout this recorded meeting, attendees will be in listen-only mode. I'd now like to hand you over to Non-Executive Chairman, Tim Aspinall. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the 2025 Annual General Meeting of NAHL Group PLC. I'm Tim Aspinall, Chair of the Board, and with me today are James Soralis, our CEO, Chris Hyam, our CFO, and Sally Tillery, Chair of the Audit and Risk Committee. A quorum's present, and therefore I declare this meeting formally open. Anyone joining via the Investor Meet Company platform is reminded that they are able to observe proceedings only and are not able to vote, ask questions, or otherwise participate in the meeting. The notice calling this meeting was dispatched to all members on the 30th of May 2025, and accordingly the requisite notice has been given. I'll take the notice as read. You may wish to follow the proceedings of this meeting by referring to the notice. Now, before we turn to the formal business set out in the notice, I'd like to draw your attention to the trading update that the company issued this morning as an RNS on the London Stock Exchange and also on our website. And James is going to read out the update for the meeting. James.
Thank you, Tim. The momentum experienced in Q1 has continued into Q2, and as a result, the board is confident in delivering a full year outturn in line with market expectations. That concludes the statement.
Thank you, James. So we're now going to move on to the formal business of the meeting. An explanatory note on each of the 8 resolutions to be voted on today is given in the notice, so I don't propose explaining all the resolutions in detail. The first 5 resolutions are proposed as ordinary resolutions, requiring a simple majority of votes cast in favour to be passed. Resolutions 6 to 8 are proposed as special resolutions, and they require a majority of 75% of votes cast in favour to be passed. As set out in the notice, it was strongly recommended that shareholders submitted their proxy voting instructions electronically or appointed the chairman of the meeting as their proxy, using a form of proxy to vote on their behalf. For the information of those watching online, I've been informed by Link Asset Services that over 99.9% of voting instructions received prior to the meeting were in favour of all resolutions. Voting today will be done by a show of hands of those in attendance. In line with the law and the company's constitution, as I attend today as proxy for a number of different shareholders, where I've been appointed by them to vote in different ways on the resolution, I will have 1 vote for and 1 vote against that resolution. We will now proceed to vote on the resolutions which I will formally propose to the meeting. So I'll start by proposing resolution 1, which is to receive the annual report and accounts of the company and the auditor's report on those reports and accounts for the year ended 31st December 2024. Please raise your hands to vote. Those in favour? Those against? Thank you. I declare that resolution carried. I now propose resolution 2, which is to approve the director's remuneration report, which can be found on pages 66 to 70 in the annual report and accounts. Please raise your hands to vote. Those in favour? And those against? Thank you. I declare that resolution carried. So I now turn to resolution 3 to appoint our external auditors and propose that. Forvis Mazars LLP are our proposed auditors, and they're to hold office from the conclusion of this meeting until the conclusion of the next annual general meeting. Please raise your hands to vote. Those in favour? Those against? Thank you. I declare that resolution carried as well. I now propose resolution 4 to authorise the directors to determine the remuneration of the auditors of the company. Please raise your hands to vote. Those in favour? Those against? Thank you. I declare that resolution carried. We now turn to resolution 5, and I propose resolution 5, which deals with the renewal of the directors' authority to allot shares in line with institutional shareholder guidance. Please raise your hands to vote. Those in favour? Those against? Thank you very much. I declare that resolution carried. I now propose resolution 6 to renew the directors' annual authority to allot shares in the company for cash without making an offer to shareholders. Please raise your hands to vote. Those in favour? Those against? Thank you. I declare that resolution carried. I now propose resolution 7. This relates to a further disapplication of statutory preemption rights in addition to those proposed to be granted by resolution 6, to be used only for the purposes of financing or refinancing transactions which the directors determine in each case to be an acquisition or specified capital investment. Please raise your hands to vote. Those in favour? Those against? Thank you. I declare that resolution carried. I now propose the final resolution 8, which is to renew the authority of the company to purchase its own shares. Please raise your hands to vote. Those in favour and those against? I declare that resolution carried. So that concludes the formal business of the annual general meeting. The final results of the voting will be published via an RNS later today. We will also publish the results on our website. I'd now like to move on to questions that have been submitted by our shareholders prior to the meeting, and James will deal with those. And so over to you, James.
Thank you, Tim. We've received a number of similar questions via the IMC platform on topics which cover the cessation of the Bush & Co sale process, future asset disposals, distributions to shareholders, and capital allocation. And firstly, with regards to the Bush & Co sale process, we can confirm that our advisors conducted a very thorough process, which drew initial interest from a wide variety of potential bidders, including both trade parties and private equity. This resulted in lengthy discussions with and detailed proposals from 2 final parties. Unfortunately, as we announced on the 19th of June, these discussions have now ceased. Based on the feedback that we've received from a wide range of shareholders over the past 12 months, along with our own analysis, it became clear to the board that there was not a buyer that could complete a deal at a valuation that would deliver sufficient value for shareholders at the current time. The board remains focused on accelerating growth in value for shareholders, and we're currently engaged in discussions with our advisors to explore alternative options to achieve this. We're not ruling out any options at the present time, including but not limited to corporate transactions and a change to our capital allocation policy, and we'll provide shareholders with an update when it's appropriate to do so.
Thank you very much, and there are no further questions. So that concludes the NAHL Group PLC 2025 Annual General Meeting. To our shareholders, on behalf of the board, I'd like to thank you all for your continued support. Thank you.
That's great. Well, thank you for updating attendees today. On behalf of the board of NAHL Group PLC, we'd like to thank you for attending today's annual general meeting, and good morning to you all.